baby. That's a nice fade, Joseph.
That was silky smooth, Joe.
Silky smooth. I don't know if I should do the leg up in the back here or if I should just ride this like a pony.
I know. You're looking mighty comfortable out of all three of us.
Oh, you guys, listen. You guys always give me the best spot here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy
Thank you
Saturday.
For the beer. Thank you for the beer.
Saturday.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night. It is 7:49.
Oh, man.
That is pure jalapeno.
Oh, yeah.
Pure jalapeno.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Did you get the diesel?
All the jalapeno.
I was like, hey, how do I get my boys going tonight?
I'm a dragon.
dropping seeds in there, getting that shit hot. That is.
Lauren goes to me. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night. I got Chris McGraw, not on the ones and the twos.
No,
I got my
we switched it
boy
up.
Joseph on the ones and the twos. Unfortunately, Pat is on his V-Day day.
I actually pulled that out just to make sure that if it was too short for somebody, they could easily, like that.
Okay, let's just interrupt my intro again.
Oh, shut up, Peter. Nobody likes you.
Thanks, Chris. Okay, I'm going to try this again, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you not?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night. We got Chris here. Not on the ones and the twos, but drinking the beer. We got Joseph killing it with the intro. Pat Lynch on a very nice Valentine's Day.
Hiatus.
Doing a little ramen sane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, getting a little ramen. Lauren's like, we haven't done ramen. Yeah, me and Chris don't do well with ramen anymore. And tonight, I started the night off at one of my favorite bars.
Nice.
Sorry,
Nice.
it's flashing and it's got me nervous. I'm the
PRB, Prentice Road Brewing. And Lauren said, you should get the boys. Lauren thinking about you guys said, hey,
very sweet.
get your boys
Very kind.
Get your boys a growler. Get a girl to go. Get a good nice beer here. And she's like, I'm like, how can I F with my boys right now? And I saw the jalapeno binder.
The jalapeno?
Jalapeno.
Give me a round of the jalapeno rolls for the boys.
If you don't have heartburn yet, oh, good God.
This reminds me of that jalapeno pizza we had at John's.
Every sip is, and it stays in your mouth. That's the thing. It doesn't just go away.
It's like the kettle. It's like the jalapeno kettle chips.
Yeah. You know what it is?
Yeah.
I love those, though.
On a side note, where John living in Indianapolis, the NBA All-Star game's down there this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Wonder if he's up and running, how his business is doing down there.
I saw the restaurant. I don't know how much he is affiliated with the restaurant. I know he does a lot of the brewing, but the restaurant was on local Indianapolis TV showing off their food and beers.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
God.
great.
Even the burps burn.
Great.
It burns
Good.
going down. It burns coming up.
But our buddy does a nice little, his is a little bit less. I think you need a little less. You don't need as much heat on it. Mm-hmm. Personally.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. The first sip, I didn't realize what it was, and it did not mix very well.
Pow, right in the kisser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's not bad. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
The nice little heat in the background of it.
Once you know, it's okay.
The more you know, Joseph.
The more you know.
Star wife.
All right, boy. Don't give me any commands here, Chris. We're getting better. This week, I was so happy. This week was it was 100, 100 views. Again, that's nothing to anybody, but to us, 100 views is very nice, and I appreciate that. I was trying to do a short. I was trying to do an extra short here this week. I did the walking in the I was going to do like one of those like review things. Walk in the PBR. Then, order my beer. Review my beer.
Oh, so like one of the on YouTube, I've been really into the shorts. So it's kind of like that where you go into like, I walked in the PBR and I got this beer, and then you talk about why you like it. Or
I got the walking in, got to order the beer,
And
went to
that
sit
died.
down, and it went away. And I was like, you mother. It's okay. So I want to start this beautiful podcast off. I got a few things we got to talk about. First thing I want to do is I want to make sure, Joe, I know you had a little bit of a crisis today. And I'm a little interested if it's something we can talk about.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to hear a little bit of what happened with the crisis.
No, so we're showing we got some people coming in tomorrow to see the apartment.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm trying to get the cabinets as put together as I can because we still have to get some electrical work done. And so I was just trying to get everything lined up, set together. And this is I had been sanding and finishing. I got unfinished cabinets, so I've been staining. And thank God I wasn't done because as I'm getting these together, cabinets don't fit.
Oh no!
And I was like,
all of them?
Not all of them.
Oh, okay.
But it's just an L shape, and corner cabinet is not long enough. So then the drawers and the doors can't open against the dishwasher. So that's fucked.
Oh God.
And then get the dishwasher in, get the dishwasher lined up, get the main sink cabinet lined up. Then there's a radiator on this side where I have to cut through some stuff. Well, those cabinets don't work either now because this is off. So then I'm like, okay, let me get rid of the corner one, and maybe we won't do an L shape with the cabinets. We still have the L shaped counter coming in. I'll just have to put some sort of like reinforcement on the side there so that it sits nice. But then it's like, okay, well, that cabinet's gone. All the measurements are off this way. And it was just one of those days. Sarah's gone. She's out of town. I was all by myself. And it was just like, this sucks. There's no one here to help.
Yeah,
it's a shit show. I don't know what I'm going to do. Luckily, Menards had a cabinet that I was going to use instead. Got that. Put that in my car. Now, I drive a Kia Stinger.
Yikes.
Not exactly the kind of car you would use
to
for...
move stuff.
Yeah. So, got that into the car. I don't know. This took legitimately 2 hours because I had to find a guy. He had to get a forklift. Then it was a shit show. So that was absolutely dandy. Bunch of time wasted there. Finally get the cabinet back in, or finally get the cabinet to the car, and it's a hatchback, so it can fit some some fat stuff. Otherwise, I'll get a bungee cord.
Me and Chris get in the car, so it can fit some fat stuff.
Yeah, got the bungee cord. Start pulling. Bungee cord just breaks.
Bungee cord had enough.
Bungee cord was done. Bungee cord's like a belt line on
things.
Thanksgiving. It is ready to bust, and it busted.
That's good.
All right,
that's a good metaphor right there.
It went, and I was like, motherfucker. I was like, do they have twine? I can't just leave my car with the trunk wide open. Found some, went just shuffling through my car. Found some string, was able to tie it down. Got that in. By the time I get home, these cabinets, they have like cardboard on them.
Cardboard's gone.
Cardboard's on. That's fine. Everything's great. Take the cardboard off. Drawer's broken. I was like, why? Why does God hate me? Why does God hate me? Why does God? I'm like, now I'm freaking out because I'm like, if I don't have the cabinets in, I know that's like the only thing that's not done, but you want to have some sort of presentation.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
So you could say, hey, these are going to continue to be finished, and then, in a week, everything will be up if you come back in a few days. I'm like, oh my God. Well, yeah. So it was a day of what should have been a smooth sailing kind of day. Long day, but smooth sailing. Anything that could go wrong did go wrong. I was replacing a flange in the bathtub. The little spokes in the middle that you use to unscrew, those all broke.
Oh my God.
So I'm going to have to go to Home Depot tomorrow and get like a special tool that can...
Yeah,
it's like...
It's on all around.
And I was just like, if there was just someone here to share the misery with...
Oh, yeah.
It would
at
least be a little bit better. But it was just me, and I was like, how do I fix this? And of course, my brain's like, done. It just doesn't want to do anything anymore. So no ideas are coming, and I'm just... Oh, yeah. It was a bad day.
It's 6:30 o'clock, and you're like, you know what?
It's beer time.
Beer time. Yeah, 6:45 came, and I was like, I'm going to take a shower.
Can I ask a favor? Yep. This is gonna catch my attention. Can you just turn it off? So, ladies and gentlemen, we're watching.
I wanted to put something on the background because I saw.
I like that.
On, but I realized that I caught myself twice. What the hell?
Yes. Yeah.
Give me a second. I may have to go off camera.
Okay. So if you want some misery, we'll throw you a little your way. This morning. So last night I had a great night with Lauren. Chris had I don't know how much personal, but we unfortunately have some people in our lives that have some health issues. And Chris went and saw our dad who unfortunately caught a rare case or got pneumonia and like,
oh no.
Yeah. And it was, ladies and gentlemen, you got to be very blessed. We're very blessed now. And you got to think about these things, but Nickel Moon has a new song out, and it's very true. We're not here for a long time, and things can change very quickly. And my father went from Saturday at my mom's 70th, having the time of his life, to being 30 minutes to an hour away from being incubated, not incubated, just being tubed for to
help him breathe.
Yeah, to have a machine breathe for him. Wow. And it went from he just has pneumonia, and it just. and Lauren's mom has pneumonia, and that stuff is very scary.
Yeah, especially when you get older.
Yes,
It's
it's
when
very,
you're older,
very scary.
Yeah.
And just we're very blessed that my dad is right now. He's still in the ICU, and they probably consider him critical. But today we've been able to talk to him. Chris saw him last night, and things seem like they're going in the right way. So we're very, very blessed. Lauren, actually, I just found out today. Lauren's mom, yes,
keep going that way.
Lauren's mom is out of the hospital. It was the best news I heard today was.
Oh damn, man! Especially after you told me that
it was
about
not,
some of the things.
It was
that's
not,
great for her to be.
I
out
know,
there.
dude. I was so happy to hear that. But so Chris had a good night last night. I went out and took Lauren out for Valentine's Day. We had margaritas. We had a good time.
Where'd you go?
Our tradition is Caesars, baby.
Okay, all right.
And we messed up some chips and salsa.
You got the
Margaritas.
skillet cookie.
I did not, but I did. And I actually want Chris guilted me into not being a bad boy. So I had a nice clean bowl of rice and chicken and
Tried
beans.
not guilting him into it. I was like burrito
this
and nachos.
dude. He's like, oh, what are you gonna do? You can do.
Patrick McGraw was the one guilting me. I can't eat meat on the holiest Friday here.
Yeah.
And it'll get me into heaven. No, Patrick, you're in the basement with the five of us doing tax returns for the rest of your life.
Him and Uncle Steve probably honestly the only ones who ever get into heaven. But so whatever. So we wake up this morning, did a little bit of a HIIT workout with Lauren. I'm feeling good. Saturday morning, got the coffee going a little early. Chris is nice enough. We're out the door by 8:00, feeling like it's gonna be a great day. Get in the car. And I thought about it last night. I should get gas. And I'm like, we're okay. We got home. We're fine. Chris took the car to my dad's, and it still said we had 50 miles to the gallon to empty.
Question. Is this the same car
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that had the... Okay, all right.
But we're at 50. We're not at 30. We're 50.
Yep.
And I go to Chris. I'm like, should we get gas? And he's like, it's 50. There's only 20 miles to my uncle's. We'll be fine. We'll get a little gas out there. No big deal.
Which... For those who don't know, we're in the city of Chicago. Live in the city of Chicago, so
it's
gas
literally $1.50 more.
Yep.
So if you can save a little bit, and times are tough. Listen, I'm very blessed. But everything is so expensive. I have a wedding to save for. So anytime I can save money, I'm doing my best to save it. So me and Chris, we start on our way, and I'm a little nervous because less than a month ago we actually ran out of gas, and fuck you, Subaru. I feel like this is you're fucking trying to make me buy a new car, and I want you to go fuck yourself for this. We get past all the bullshit, and we're maybe half a block away from getting off the highway.
We're 2 miles from the Costco too. We're maybe a mile and a half from the Costco where the gas station is.
Oh yeah.
So we're just off the highway.
You're on that. You're off the highway now.
No, we're on the highway.
To get off.
Yeah, we're on the ramp.
But we're we also missed all the spots on the 294, the 88 that could have been where you have no spot to save yourself.
Yeah.
So we got very lucky. But at the same time, we didn't get lucky because we're also in a very bad situation where there's no easy way to come get us or help us. We get off the ramp and we skid down. We go all the way down the ramp because our car ran out of gas. And it said 30 miles, Joe. 30 miles still. Off, man. And we go down the hill, and I'm like, Chris, we have no gas. And he's like, no way. And I'm like, I wish I was fucking joking. And we get over to this, so we let it go until it literally
just coast as long as you could.
As close as we can get to it. And now we've already asked my uncle once, and he's been a doll and did it. It's 8:30 in the morning, by the way. We're contemplating, do we call Lauren or do we call my uncle? Or do we walk to try to get to a gas station? We don't have anything to put the gas in.
How far are you from the nearest gas station at this point?
Well, the Costco is the closest one, but that one obviously doesn't have any containers for us because we don't have a container. So the nearest one, it was 1.8 miles away, and you'd have to go and you're talking about walking down the shoulder of the highway, getting to a 3-lane, a 6-lane road, which is Butterfield or 22nd.
Yeah,
walking down that. Up to 83, which is another 6-lane road that you're walking down. And then you got to walk down a ramp to get onto Roosevelt to get. And it's just no. There's no way of doing it. You were
there was nothing more frustrating. And you're so pissed at yourself because you thought, should we just do it? Because you're trying to save time. You're trying to save money. Yep. It's okay. We'll be fine. and we can't trust our car anymore, like at all. Like if it's
Yeah.
anywhere near 50, you just got to
got a
get
good
gas.
kick in the ass when we got to the gas station and I filled it up.
But
Yeah.
so
I let it know who was
there
boss
was
after
not
that.
like, and then that's how you start your day. Like I know your day was crummy as shit.
Oh, but that's the worst. You start the day off and it's
so bad.
Yeah.
And then it's like, should we go to the gym? And it's like, we have to go to the gym right now because we have to go punish ourselves to feel decent.
Yeah.
Because you're going to work afterwards. You're not
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
anything.
we're not-
It's
yeah.
not like we're doing anything fun.
If we were doing
no.
anything that would have been like, oh, well, okay, we're just going to we're going to have fun though. No, you're going to sit in the basement all day and you're already pissed off. You're mad at yourself for being dumb. You're mad at making your uncle come help you out. It was just a absolute shit
It's
show.
a perfect shitstorm.
Let me get back into this
Man, oh,
shit
man.
beer. here, by
Oh,
the way.
it's going to get real good for you.
Yeah.
Because the minute you stop drinking it, it gets spicy again.
Woo! Ladies,
It does. It does. It gets spicy again.
Why do people like spice? I like a little spice. I'll be honest. I'm like, you know what this reminds me a little bit too of? The jalapeno Cheetos. That's the
Yeah.
amount of level of spice I like.
Yep.
I like a little. I like a little bit more spice in certain things, but like not in my beer. I'm not a
Yeah.
spice guy in my beer.
It's very strong for a beer
Yeah.
and
a
it
weird
lingers.
flavor beer, yeah.
And it lingers. I think that's the big thing.
You know what? We tried it. We don't like it.
Hey.
Yeah, fuck yourself.
I'll finish it.
I don't want to say I don't like it, but I don't want to say I like it. I'm in that. Would I get it again? Maybe after about like 17 Coors Lights, I would get it one more
Yeah,
time just
yeah.
for fun.
Maybe it's a nice way to end before you go out to the outside. You throw one of these bad boys.
Get yourself nice and warmed up.
Get yourself nice and tight.
Yep.
All right. So we got a few things tonight. We're pre-gaming UFC 258.
Yep.
Not 258, 298, right?
Yes.
298.
298. I'm super excited for this. We're gonna throw some pizzas down. This is the boys' Valentine's Day date. The boys. Woo! The boys, baby.
I do have I have a chat in my rear.
Okay, we're gonna get there. We're gonna. I think we're
letting you
starting.
know. I'm letting you know.
Appreciate that. We're gonna start with the Super Bowl because you
Yes.
get all these jabronis out there next day of recapping, giving you their opinion. You know what? You need to sit on it for a week. We're gonna let the boys talk to you about it. We're gonna think about it. We got the parade. We gotta talk about the parade. We
Yep.
gotta talk about the
That's
game. We got a lot to discuss, but we're not gonna give you the immediate opinion. We had to let that marinate.
Let it
Let it
marinate.
marinate.
Let it sit.
Give
So
it some thought.
first of all, I left the game thinking I know this is not going to last forever because we're all because Brian and Gress are not going to be able to do it forever. You guys are going to have kids. But at some point, that solid group is not going to be able to do it forever. But I left there thinking so humbled that we had such a good time. There's so much. There's just so much There's conversations here, there. Everybody's just having a good time. It's
You
like
got
one of
me
those
and
times.
Joe just snacking on every little piece of thing.
Oh yeah.
Everything.
And I get that that's not the point, but a little bit is for me is a little bit of hey, we're not getting wasted. We're just coming together as a family, having a good time, discussing, eating. It's almost like a Thanksgiving for me on Super Bowl.
Everybody joking around at the commercials, stuff like that. Yeah.
It's funny when we sat down, I was kind of it's a very similar setup to this. There's a couch, and then there's a couple chairs off to the side. TV's in the corner, and in the beginning, it was Chris and Brian over there. The girls were talking about stuff. It was just nice because everybody had a conversation.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about something as they
got
were
to catch up
watching the
with Frank.
game. Yeah, you were talking with Frank, dude. It was just so it was the game was on, but we weren't just all zeroed in and focused on the game. People were talking, grabbing food, munching on stuff, talking about, people put a charcuterie board together.
that
People
was
were
so nice.
complimenting them on that. You put the taco stuff to get the
yep.
taco
Dip. Yep.
We were
the taco
contemplating.
dip, the taco burger tacos.
Yes,
That's what I was trying
yeah.
to get to. Jesus, that
We
was.
were,
I was like,
we were contemplating calling the police for elder abuse in Las Vegas on the sideline there.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it was really nice.
And I do get that a lot of people go to the game to watch the game, and I get that. But for me, it's almost like the game's on, and the game so we'll get into the game in a second. But again, I just thought hey, this was a very good night. I love to see everybody kind of come together, wives, fiancés, girlfriends, Chris, Frank,
Chris.
Mr. Lynch. It was just a great night, and that should be number as long as I'm having a good time.
It was great.
Yeah, it was
Football I thought was garbage.
Interesting. Okay.
I didn't think first three quarters were terrible. It wasn't. We got into the fourth quarter. It was 9:00, and I said to myself, "God, I just want to go to bed." And because I thought the game was slow, and it was one of the longest Super Bowls. But to negate all of that was the end of it was exhilarating.
Oh, it came down to the
Overtime was
wire.
amazing. It was like that. If it was the fourth quarter overtime, that's an amazing game. For me, a little bit of like the 49ers had a lot of opportunities. They squabbled them. I felt like the Chiefs would get going, and then they would have like a fumble or interception. It was just very. It felt very unorganized. I don't know if it didn't feel like
you know what it kind of felt like?
Self mistakes.
It kind of felt like you're watching a game in the rain where it's just a sloppy game.
Yep.
Where like nobody can get
Exactly.
Great way
A sloppy
to-
game
yep.
is how we put it.
Yeah.
It felt like a very poorly managed, sloppy game.
It was not executed very well.
That's what I was trying to say.
Of the importance of the game, where you think like these teams are going to come out, they're going to be pinpoint, they're going to be ready to go. It just felt like they were kind of. I don't want to say they weren't prepared because obviously you have 2 weeks, you got to be prepared.
Yep.
But like it felt like they were not. They were a little underprepared for the game.
If you were to play that game without context and just have people watch,
Oh yeah, if it was the Super Bowl.
I don't think people would think that is the two teams that made it to the Super Bowl.
I 100% agree.
That I think, and like you said, it kind of came down to the way they executed it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, every play or every possession, the team would get down the field, something would fuck up, and then it would turn over.
100%.
I mean, that was most of the game. Jesus
the
Christ.
first drive was amazing, and then it ends up like a fumble.
The fucking kicker should have been the MVP.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I know
Yes.
Mahomes got it, and
Because of that
got
last
it
drive.
because of that last drive. But
Yeah.
Jesus
There was
Christ,
no real sense of urgency from either team. It felt like.
whole
yeah.
game. Here, okay, then so that I didn't think the game was great. I can't
Super
believe.
Bowls don't tend to be though.
Yeah, you're right because it's just a little too much nervousness. I get
Yeah.
that. The halftime show to me was dog shit.
I thought
And
it was, yeah.
People loved it.
Yahoo ranked it number 4.
People loved it. From what I
How?
saw.
You couldn't hear him.
I
Were we
was-
the only ones who could not hear Usher?
I was upset that he wasn't.
This is gonna be a hot take, and I'm putting it out
this
as a
is
clip. But
100%.
I thought it was a garbage halftime show.
Yeah. I mean, the performance itself, like the visuals of it, amazing. His dancing, great. But you want to come down to vocals, I don't know, man.
And vocals
like,
and sound
I was
like,
so
even
bored.
Like, I think
It was-
vocals sound even like the songs, like you hear them out like at the bars or like at the clubs and stuff, and it felt like something was just off a little bit.
I love Alicia Keys, and I love the song she came out to open with. But while we were doing some talking,
Yeah.
while the halftime
could barely
show was
hear
on,
him.
and yeah, couldn't hear him. He wasn't singing a lot. Like a lot of the time, it would be the backup vocals playing, and he was dancing, and so maybe that was it. But Alicia Keys comes out.
She kills it.
She does crush it, but she comes, and I don't mean this in a bad way. This is more to do with the Super Bowl and their presentation of the information. She comes out, voice cracks during the halftime show.
Yep.
The clip they put out later, no crack. It's like, what? Why are you changing?
Oh yeah, that's stupid.
Why are you changing? Alicia Keys was honestly one of my favorite parts because she was singing the whole thing. People also talked about Usher getting a little handsy with Alicia Keys.
Again,
I'm like, dude, they're putting on a show.
Yeah.
They're putting on a show. They've known each other since they were fucking 14, 15. I don't know how old.
I didn't
but
see
like,
anything about that, but
in the moment, I didn't think anything of it. Like,
no. I guess she's married.
It's like acting.
And so, yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
exactly.
That's what
It's
I thought. Like, it's just like they're
You're
acting.
putting on a show. You're putting on a show.
I thought the one lady that came out and played guitar was pretty good.
yes,
Yeah.
she was an all-star, and but everything else was
Lil
to
Jon
me-
and Ludacris, loved them on it.
Yeah, not bad.
Heard their vocals. Yeah, but Usher, I had issues hearing him.
to say that was number 4 was fourth best.
Yeah.
What
was the top 3? U2's got to be number 1.
No, Prince.
Oh, Prince was one.
Oh, Prince in the rain at Purple Rain with the rain coming down, baby.
I thought U2 after the 9/11 stuff would have made pretty.
It was Prince,
Beyonce?
Rihanna, and maybe Beyonce.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have thought U2 would have made like
I think
everybody.
I think U2 was 5.
Everybody raves about that one with like how they put like all the names of the people up there and everything, and they put on like a hell of a performance. Even though
Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it was up there.
It's one of those things though. The halftime show isn't always that great either. Kind of like the
No,
game.
I
There's
know.
this big build up to this event, and then the game's kind of meh. Sometimes the
Yes.
halftime show is great. A lot of times it's
put
not.
Nico Moon on
Was
there,
it-
Peter can't tell everybody to shut up and let
I'm-
the man sing.
I'll slap a mother.
I'm
Give
not
me a
s-
country singer.
I'm not saying it
Beyonce's
was
now country.
bad, but Oh, that's something I want to talk about. I'm not saying it was bad,
Yeah.
but I didn't think it was as good as other people thought.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement with you guys on that one. I didn't think it was anything special.
And then I thought we were all going to be in agreement, and everybody's like, "No, oh my God, Usher was so good." I'm like, "Did we? Was our TV messed up?" All right, we'll get around that. What was your favorite commercial for the Super Bowl?
Oh, easily the Paramount one.
That was tremendous.
With Creed. Have you seen the full version of it?
No.
Oh, look up the full version. It is fun. I don't care. It's the best commercial.
I know a lot of people like the State Farm with the Naiba.
That was pretty good. I get that.
That wasn't bad.
Honestly, I think the Duncan one. Sarah texted me. She goes, "Those suits are up on sale. Like
They're already sold out.
Really?
Damn. I know. Maybe they'll bring them back.
Yeah.
The Dunkings was pretty good too.
That was a good one.
I think it was the one that grabbed my attention the most. That kept me like intrigued, and it probably had to do with star power and the people in it. But yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was one that we thought was pretty good. I'm trying to think now. I just slipped my brain. I thought some of the. I mean, I like Deadpool, and I like what Ryan Reynolds did afterwards.
Oh well, that's the thing. A lot of trailers or a lot of commercials.
Damn it!
Were. Hey, go check this out online.
Yeah.
Tons of them were that.
Yeah.
Because there was not, unless I missed it.
Let me see.
I didn't see it. I watched the Deadpool trailer as soon as I got home.
But
I didn't.
I'm sorry. I'm nervous about that movie.
I'm not. I feel like with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman in it, Ryan Reynolds has done great with the Deadpool franchise, and he's definitely a huge part of the writing process or like part of the story. Process, so I'm not too worried.
You
about
like the Christopher Walken commercial?
Christopher Walken was good. Yeah. Here's the thing.
Oh, I'm trying. Oh,
I don't feel like there was a lot of like fantastic commercials this year. It was just a lot of. It was a few, some good ones, but I wasn't like wooed or anything by a lot of the commercials. I'm just bringing them up here
real quick. I want to see if I can.
Yeah.
Like a Golden Eye about Dunkin' Kings, The Perfect 10. I don't even remember that one. Uber Eats, Worth Remembering. Nah.
Mm-mm.
Born to Play. Nah. Come on. Hard Knocks, the Dove thing. Get out of here. I didn't mind the old school delivery Budweiser one. I actually thought that one was the best.
That was the first time in a while. Yeah, that's a classic.
Stupid Beyonce one was terrible. The Dorito one was dumb.
Yeah.
Javier and Frame, Google. No idea. The Mayo Cat I thought was kind of fun. You know what it was? The pickleball one. I like that one.
Oh, the babies.
The babies.
Oh, the E-Trade. Bringing back the E-Trade. Yeah.
And Hal Patrick was Chris. Was honestly my favorite, but Chris took it. So,
but this is the thing. Like, there wasn't anything that was so mind-blowing that everybody's talking about it, I feel like.
You know, it was good too. I don't think we've seen this one. Easy Night Out by Bud Light. We have to look at that one. The Genie was good. I like that they're bringing back stuff like that. I hope they do something with the kind of like the, Bud. Wow.
The frogs?
Yes. I love a little bit of that stuff.
What's up?
That was the only one with like a story.
What's up? Yeah.
That was the only one with a real
story. And then they showed him in there.
Exactly. They had him in there. Yeah.
Except they had the guy's jacked up arm.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, yes, they definitely did. Yep.
They definitely did. All right. Crap, I wanted to bring this somewhere. Okay, so Super Bowl commercials. You're right. Not that great. So, it was a combination.
I mean, come on.
Game
you got Dan Marino in two separate commercials.
Game wasn't good. Halftime show wasn't good.
2 or 3.
I think at least 2, I thought. Okay. I know it was the M&M, and he was in the
I saw Dan Marino a lot that night.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Dan Marino.
Maybe it was partly during the game, because I know he was brought up on the screen during the game. But
man, you know how they say America's back? Dan Marino's back, baby. He's back.
Marino. Yeah.
That M&M commercial,
that illegitimate child is gone. Like, it's out of everybody's mind. He's good. He can come back and be a
He looks like he could throw a football still.
Oh yeah, he looks great.
Oh god.
I want to come back to the Deadpool. My fear with the Deadpool is you really got to think like this. Like it's like time, like this time and that time and this and that, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna get weird. Like Wolverine's supposed to be dead, but he's in another dimension. I'm like, is my brain going to be on enough to understand what's going on here? Is my fear. And as a Marvel, as a comic genius over here, is it hard to follow one that I know that they've started to do some of these things? Is it difficult to kind of follow or?
No, no. I mean, to take it. I mean, Marvel puts out a ton of stuff, but I'm I'm not too worried about it because it's Ryan Reynolds, and he did what everybody didn't. That is a perfect pour. He did what nobody thought was possible with the Deadpool movie. Like the first one, knocked it out of the park with the second one. Now they're making a third one. Yeah, it's going to probably kind of take in a lot of this new stuff that's happening or include in the Marvel universe because now it's not owned by Fox anymore.
Yep.
But I'm not worried.
Isn't it by Disney?
Or sorry, yes, I'm saying it was owned by Fox originally. Now, yes, Disney owns
and Disney
everything.
really needs a win here.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Disney's hurting. But I'm not worried because it's Ryan Reynolds and what he did with the franchise.
No, I love Ryan Reynolds.
I don't think the story will be hard to follow.
I love him and his wife. Listen, not to get all weird and like this is like a girl thing to say, but who honestly knows? Maybe they're dumb and they play it up for social media. But in my head, this is how I want it to be: is that they actually love each other so much that they have the goofy relationship that me and Lauren have, that you and Sarah have, that you and Pepsi have, where
you shut your goddamn whore mouth.
Where he sends a snap and like, anybody know where my wife is? And she snaps back. She Instagrams back like, "Hey, honey, I'm at home. How was your day?" Like,
yeah.
And it was the joke was like she was all over the Super Bowl because of Taylor Swift.
Yep.
It's funny. It's cute. God knows if he's a goddamn gazillionaire. He could be the worst person in the entire world, but he just seems like he's
making the right business moves. Yeah. I mean, he's got an advertising company, and he does great stuff with that. He uses it for.
He's legitimately a billionaire.
Oh yeah.
So
I was going to invite you to mine and Joe's movie night for Deadpool, but you know what? No.
When does that come out?
Did Pepsi get invited? Is that why I'm out?
No, Pepsi did not get invited.
Oh,
Pepsi does not get invited to any of those.
Wait, we're supposed to have are we supposed to? Or no, is it you and me? We're going to watch something. I thought there was a movie we're going to watch. Or no, show.
No, we're going to watch The Continental.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. But we should do a Deadpool movie night.
Yes, for sure.
For sure. You know what's funny? Okay, so I went on I don't remember which. She worked for
Sears Roebuck?
No, she worked for Pandora. And,
yeah.
Oh, no.
And I went on a date with a girl. She was kind of like a cool chick. But you know how I lost it? Like, it didn't go any further.
You said Spotify was better.
You made fun of Pandora. That's what I was going to say.
No, I took her to see Deadpool. No, I'm sorry. I took her. Was it? Yeah, no, I took her to see Deadpool. The first one.
She didn't like it?
She's like, I was dying the whole time. It was so good. And she's like, "Oh, this is your kind of like humor," and that was it.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, "Well,
yeah, you dodged someone with no taste.
You dodged a bullet.
Yeah, dude. I walked out of there being like, this is possibly my favorite movie in the entire world.
Did you show her the clip of The Simpsons where man gets hit in the nuts by football? Because I laugh all the time at that, and if you can't laugh at that, forget you. You can't. I don't want to talk to you.
I've forgotten about that clip, man.
So good.
Yeah.
And then we'll quickly touch on this and the parade. It's such a sad story.
Oh, I know.
And there's no.
It's crazy.
I mean, you could be a little bit happy that it's not a terrorist attack and that wasn't like, but you can't go anywhere without thinking about your safety and big crowds.
Yeah, dude.
It was minors.
It's insane.
Minors were the beef. And listen, I don't think guns, like, I'm not a gun advocate. I'm not against guns, but I think there's got to be just common sense with guns.
Yeah.
That's all I think.
I actually heard something interesting that was recent.
And I don't know if that'll save anything, but yeah.
I said treat it like prescriptions. Because apparently you can just buy as many guns as you want and then sell them. It was something to do with the reason guns are so easily accessible is people will buy them who can buy them and then ends up selling them and then they end up getting
got
to
the
people.
private shows.
Yep. And so they go, just treat them like prescriptions. Like you can only get X number of, pills.
Yeah.
And then you need a prescription to get more. Now, in this case, whatever. But it's like, okay, then limit the number of guns.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's an interesting thing. If you're not going to, I don't know. But yeah, there's got, yeah.
It's that we're not smart enough to
no.
Because
too many people are going to argue that one.
Yeah. And we're not trying to be overly controversial, but.
Don't take our guns!
Yeah. Don't take our guns! But they took our jobs. It's sad. And not that it makes it, even if it was just you or I gotten hit, It's these young kids. They're on their. It was like 60
Yeah,
over
over
50% were these young kids who everybody's just. Life is hard, and you just want to go celebrate your team. And the best thing I heard, or like one of the things I heard about this, is it's not like the season ticket holders go to these parades. It's the people who unfortunately can't afford to go to like a Chiefs game. This is the opportunity to see the team, to be with no matter just have the opportunity to be together.
Yeah,
enjoying the success of the team that you root for.
Yeah. And bring it. Yeah, it's like the city celebrates.
And
the
I think,
situation.
how many times we've almost been in situations.
Yeah,
and we're just very blessed that we haven't been.
I want to take this sort of related to the Super Bowl, but a sidestep to this.
Yep. And I got a sidestep from. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go you, and we're gonna go. You grind your gear, and then I gotta grind my gear. Oh. I know. Am I the asshole from last weekend? But go ahead, Joe.
So. Sort of, you were talking about how the parade is for the people. It's for the people, not the people that attend to the game. Now,
no, because let me kind of just clarify. Not for the people who attend to the game, but like what I meant by is a lot of people who go to the games go to the parade, but it's like a lot of the people who can't unfortunately afford to go to games because they're expensive and can't take their family. The parade's free.
Yep.
You get to see Patrick Mahomes. You get to see Travis Kelce.
Yes.
You get to have a good time. You get to celebrate with your fans like it's a football game.
Exactly.
That's what I mean. And then now they have to. Everybody's going to be scared.
The whole city in. Yep. So, I saw this crazy thing about all the private jets that were leaving Las Vegas after the Super Bowl. There was something like 550 or 600 private airplanes to leave Las Vegas post Super Bowl. It blew, like a majority of those flights went to New York and LA. It blew my mind how many that's what the Super Bowl is for.
Oh,
it's not for the normal person.
Oh no.
I got a lot to say
to day.
Yeah.
It is purely for the wealthy to go and celebrate. It just blew my mind. It was like one of those like FAA.
It's to show off.
But I'm saying the map that was pulling out, it was like one of those FAA things, and you just see all the planes leaving. You're like, Jesus Christ. And especially for Vegas, I'm sure it was added to that.
Yeah.
But man, the number of private planes that left.
Guess how much?
Crazy.
Guess how much Burt Kreischer spent last year? And I think.
Oh, I know the answer to this.
5 tickets for the Super Bowl for Philadelphia versus Kansas City.
Yep.
5 and mediocre tickets, not booth.
These are not booth.
No.
Not
terrible tickets, but not.
Yeah.
75.
$120,000.
Yep.
Did you guys hear about the streaker?
Oh, those two
they
guys,
mentioned it. I didn't see anything.
I actually went and
about
looked it up. It was 2 dudes.
It was 2 dudes. You know what they?
Two streakers?
Did you hear about?
They weren't even streaking.
No, they took their shirts off.
Pansies didn't whip it out.
Did you?
You're gonna go for it, baby.
Did you hear anything about it besides that?
No, I didn't even read about it.
I read an article today. The guys bought the tickets, like the front row tickets, for $42,000, and the guys like, if you take out the fact of what this guy did,
can we just stop and say front row $42,000? I'm scared to spend $45,000 on a wedding, and these guys spent $42,000 on front row tickets for 3 hours.
The guy is a success story. The guy in his early 20s was working at Dunkin' Donuts, making barely $128 a week.
Whoa!
Now he started trading. He's amassed $50 million. So he was like, "I'm going to buy these tickets," and he bought the tickets because he was trying to place a bet for a streaker on the field, and he missed a chance, but he still went out and did it and ran and streaked.
It's wild.
And bought the tickets for $40. And it's like,
oh, that's not a bad move.
I commend the guys.
If you can pay for your ticket.
The worst part, yeah, I guess, but like,
you bet, you pay for your ticket, you got the front row ticket, you stayed to the fourth quarter, you go and streak, you win, now you win your bet.
See,
yeah.
I get where you're, but I mean, like, I like the guy's success story. I don't like the idea of like being like, oh, look, I have this money, I can do what I want, and then go out there and run on the field and.
Fair.
But there were 2 guys. Didn't they had stuff written on them?
Yeah, it was like there was some like hashtag.
Okay.
Set it and forget. is what it was or something like that on their chest.
Interesting.
But I mean, like, I feel like it kind of sets like a.
Was there anything to that? Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
They didn't mention anything of that in the article. Unfortunately, I was kind of wondering.
Probably strayed away from it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, in my head, it's just like, I like the guy's story, but I feel like it kind of like sets, like, maybe, I don't know.
Precedence. You don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want.
Also, they did it during a play.
Yeah.
There's a play going on, and the security guards, but God, they're all the way over here, but there's a play going on. They're trying to stop these idiots.
The NFL downplayed that. They didn't show it on
nothing.
screen.
Well, they don't ever do
They'll
that.
never show it anymore.
But even the announcer goes, there's a streaker on the, and then he just kind of cut off. I remember when that happened.
Yes,
He was like, oh, never mind, not going to address this.
Yep. And the only reason we know about it is people videotape it from.
Yep.
Yep.
Have you ever seen? Sorry, we'll jump in real quick. Have you ever seen there's a clip out there where there's a woman who's climate protesting or doing some bullshit, and she's in the front row, and there's like, you don't see this, but there's a security guard in the same row as her, and she's sitting there, and he's not watching the game, he's watching her.
Oh, I've seen this.
And she runs out, and he's on her in a second. But
He knew.
Out. Yeah, and
He
then
was waiting for her.
The clip was like he knew the entire time.
Yep. He was waiting for her. As soon as she started, he just came wham.
Yep.
Took her down immediately.
It's an insane clip. I'll show you that clip.
I've never seen that.
Speaking of streaking, this just made me think of this. Do you remember the guy who ran the 40 and his dick came out? Do you remember this at the NFL Combine?
No.
I don't think I saw that. Unfortunately,
This is like oh man, this was I
I think I do. Now it's kind of bringing.
He ran the 40 and he was like,
and the only reason because he had oh yes,
and his dick came out and he just slid on the ground. Chris Jones, he was in the Super Bowl this year. I did not know that.
Oh, it's the same guy.
He's a defensive lineman. Yeah.
Well, he's insanely good too, by the way.
But it's just like I don't know why I was just like
Joe's like, I know that guy from somewhere. I
was
can't.
like, guys know that penis.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I
package.
know that.
I
penis.
recognize that silhouette.
Yeah.
How do I know? But yeah, I actually saw a clip of him recently, and he was talking.
You know what clip
he
you
was
saw.
he was he was on the New Heights podcast, and he was talking about that, and I was like, oh shit, this guy actually plays on the team that ended up going to It's just interesting.
Talking about penises, you guys hear about the Drake clip?
No.
Oh yeah, Drake's
Drake's
got
like sitting on a
leaked.
bed and he's fucking like doing
Oh,
a helicopter, something like that. I've honestly not seen the
I
clip.
did hear that it got leaked.
I
but
don't even know. I don't.
hadn't
And he
seen it.
came out. I was like, yeah, that's me. But I don't know what. I don't honestly not like. I don't know how you find that clip.
Don't want to know. Don't care.
Apparently, from what I heard, dude's got a piece.
He's got a piece.
Yep.
All right. Joe,
So everybody who's saying
Not only is he rich, not only is he an
unbelievable
rapper,
talent.
dude's got a piece on him.
That's bullshit. He must just God willing he sucks at sex. Like that's the only thing we can pretend that he's got nothing good going on.
Hopefully,
for
it's
him.
too big you can't even get it hard.
Yeah. Or the women just hate him.
nice.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think he has that issue.
I
The ladies
think so.
love Drake. Absolutely love him.
All right, Chris,
Grind your gear.
give me that grind mic.
All right. Grind my gear time. This is gonna be a doozy because it's gonna hurt Peter to his core.
Oh,
Chris,
no.
do me a favor though while you're looking. Could you just see what the where we? I just want to make sure. I don't
We
want us
are
to.
at 43-ish.
Perfect.
Just over.
I mean, it's this podcast is flying. It's beautiful. I just want to make sure we're not. I could see it's going 2 hours and not even noticing it.
Absolutely.
Also, the beer's feeling real good today, ladies and gentlemen.
So I saw an article. I saw it like a couple times, and I had to ignore it because it just made my blood boil. And finally, I decided to read it. Headline of the article: Bill could ban cold beer sales in Tennessee.
What?
That can't. There's honestly can't be possible because Morgan Wallen just built a 6-story bar.
Cold beer
They're
ban?
not talking about bars.
Oh,
They're
I'm sorry,
talking
okay.
about going into like grocery stores, gas stations, and whatnot, and you cannot buy cold beer.
Just
from them.
making Tennessee. Wait.
Just in the state
only
of Tennessee.
cold beer?
Oh, yeah, so you can buy warm beer. They will not. They want to prevent like grocery stores. So like a Benny's, a Jewel, a gas station. They want to ban them from being able to put liquor or beer into a cooler and selling cold beer.
Is there a reasoning
Do they
behind it? or-
elaborate what their thoughts are?
You know what the reasoning is? Is they're hoping that it will curtail drunk driving and littering and people throwing beer cans on the side of the road.
I mean,
So dumb.
that's crazy thought, though.
I don't.
I don't see cold beer being the culprit as to
Yeah.
why people drink there and drive.
Yeah. Especially those who drink and drive.
I also don't mind the warmer, like a medium. Like this is warm. It's not cold, but I don't mind
It's
it.
pretty cold.
Yeah, that's so silly. I feel like that's going to be.
But that's like micromanaging. Like, hey,
Yeah.
maybe just make your fines.
All I know is Tennessee needs to get their head out of their butt and realize that cold beer isn't the reason why people are littering and drinking and driving.
It's like it's
It's not going to stop it.
it's like this politics stuff. Like
It's such a silly.
Republicans hate how Democrats like the woke and all that shenanigans, but then you got the Republicans who are like the Bible tolting, like you can't do this and you can't do it. It's like, get the fuck out of here. How about we just live our lives?
There's probably
and
so
set
many,
the penalties right.
There's probably so many better things that they could be focusing on.
Yeah.
That you're wasting your time on.
Absolutely.
That's a good grandma gear. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. Like if somebody
So
in Illinois
dumb.
came here and decided was like, we can't sell cold beer at like stores or gas stations.
It's like
anymore,
Naperville.
oh.
Cut sales at like 1:00. Hey, fuck you, Naperville. You had one accident. Let's not be stupid.
So dumb.
Get your shit together. You know why I don't have a wedding in Naperville? It's because I know I want to go late after my wedding.
Oh,
And I don't want to be in Naperville not being able to go to a bar.
No, because you're going to be in the car with me, Joe, and
Going down
Danny Hamilton going down back to the city like idiots.
That would be hilarious. I mean, Naperville has the downtown area, like
Yeah, but
the
I think it's
Lantern
1:30
and-
at
Oh, really?
most.
Peter's hoping that Tiesto's.
That's right, because we ended up grabbing a case and then drinking it in the lobby.
Yeah. That
after
was,
the bar
but you know what?
closed.
Then again, that was one of the funner things we've done.
Peter's
At
hoping
a
for
wedding.
Tiesto playing that weekend when we go to Radius after.
Oh,
Bro. And I'll
If
pay
that
for the bus
happens-
to get us there so we can
Dude.
pregame all the way through that.
Oh
Oh,
my
my God.
God. We just
Lord.
come and-
Put it in the atmosphere. Put it in this
Absolutely.
atmosphere.
absolutely
Put it in the
shit-faced
atmosphere.
wasted.
It'll be, and we'll be all in tuxes and stuff.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
God. Where'd you guys come from? This guy just got married.
I think
You
we'll
wouldn't
have to
believe
buy
it.
our tuxes because they're not making it back to where
Oh,
we
no.
rent them from.
And Lauren's going, and I don't care.
You may have to.
She's going.
You may have to give Lauren a change of clothes on that one then.
We're going to have to give her a bump of cocaine, get her going.
And a blanket because she's not
Yeah.
coming out. She's staying in that bus
For
until
sure.
we get back in.
All right, so wait. You had to grab my gear. Oh, I had, am I the asshole?
Okay.
And you guys already
yes.
know the story. But if you were Pat Lynch, it would be immediately, yes. Like, sorry, that was.
Oh, we already
You know
heard
what's
the
so
story.
funny? I was almost expecting it. Like
Yeah.
in the back of my head, I'm like, who's
Where's
going to
Pat
say
Lynch?
yes?
Yeah.
But Pat Lynch.
Where's
he's
Pat
not
Lynch at
here.
this?
So, yep.
We already heard the story. We can move on.
I want to throw it out there because I want it for the clip.
All right.
So-
move on.
What's your?
Am I the asshole? Last week, we had a great. Look, I hate how great our weekends are because last weekend was supposed to be, and I want to say this to you again, Joe. I wanted to go late, and you were the absolute 2 weekends in a row. You've been the adult, and have gotten us home in a reason.
Listen. I'm going to be very clear. I don't like it.
But I love it.
I don't.
I
like
love when
being
you're
that
like
person.
I'm getting Ubers, and I'm like yes, like
I fucking hate it.
last weekend was like, I'm not gonna lie, my whole body was raging.
I was
Like we were having such a great
ready
time.
to go.
And Joe was like, all right, Uber's around. I'm like, he's such a good guy. And I know we have to do it. We don't want to do it, but we're doing it. But so we go to Lottie's. So we go to Carol's Pub. We celebrate Toby Keith. Look at episode 175, a tribute to a legend. The swamp water was
The swamp ass.
if Pat would have said, I keep drinking this and it doesn't go anywhere. If he said that one more time, I wouldn't have punched him in the face. I swear to God. I love him to death, but I said it. I'm like, you can only take a little bit of this and it doesn't go anywhere. And then for the next 45 minutes, he talked about
I
it.
took like 6 sips of this.
Yeah.
It's still not going anywhere.
Swamp water was a little weird.
Yeah,
But-
it was like a mezcal, like a spicy
It
tequila.
was a very smoky.
Yeah. But I like towards the, I don't, you know what it was? Once you got a little tipsy on it, you're like, oh, it's not so
Oh yeah,
bad.
it zipped.
You
zap,
could not.
zapped ya
There's no way you were
way
doing
out
more
there.
than one of those unless you were not doing anything on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was, and the band, you know what? We got a little too tipsy. We got tipsy. That band was sounding good. They were shit. But
Oh, man.
we were having a ball.
In the room, like in the bar, I was like, this is. I love this. You go to the bathroom and you're like, it's like the lights turn on at the end of the night, and you're like, whoa, you were way
not so good.
less pretty than I thought you were.
Shit.
Yeah.
So we had a great time there.
Yep.
We go to, it's Brian's birthday. We say, hey, Brian, what do we do tonight? He's like, let's go to Enjoy. Go to Enjoy, have a ball there.
DJ, listen, that could have been.
That's our DJ.
I felt
right
like
now.
that was the DJ that was in Michigan. Like, just saw us come in, started playing
Just
some like
bangers.
Yeah.
He starts to, it starts to fade out a little bit.
Yeah, Joe's
People are leaving. That's another thing.
Joe's
too.
like, if he plays another 80s song, we're leaving.
Yeah.
And he played another 80s song,
and
we're leaving.
So we go to Lottie's.
Yep.
Walk into Lottie's. I'm like, this is fucking Brian's birthday. I'm going to buy everybody a high noon. We're going to all do high noons right now.
Yep.
Go to them. Like, hey, can I get 4 high noons and a Coors Light? We got you a Coors Light because you're a good guy.
Yep.
Good guy.
Yep.
Standard. I was also going to go to the bar. I was just going to go to the bar.
Yep.
She caught me on my way to the bar. I'm like, hey, well, she's like, what do you need? I'm like, can I just get 4 high noons and a Coors Light? And she's like, okay, cool. Hands me the thing, throw it. It's outrageous that was $44 for 5 drinks, ladies and gentlemen. That just tells you what high noons are.
Those nooners are like $9 a piece.
It's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I throw on so I think it was $44. I think it was like 42, and I threw on a $2 tip, like a legendary $2 tip.
Yep.
Legendary.
She stops. She's like, "Did you mean to do that?" I'm like, "What do I mean? What do you mean?" And she's like, "That tip," and I'm like, "Yeah, two. Like, what's the issue?" And she's like, "I'm losing money getting this beer," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" She's like, "I'm losing money getting you this beer." I'm like, "How? You're working tonight. Like, I'm giving you extra on top of the $44 that I'm paying to make sure you get a salary." And she's like, would you tip them up there like that? And I'm like, yeah, no. You're just giving me beer. Like, you're not making me a cocktail.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And it's also the most awkward. I don't know what to say without being rude. I just be like, just give me a fucking beer, or I'll go get it myself. Cancel the order. I don't care.
Yeah. Mhm.
Fuck you. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to be nice. So I walk over. I walk back, and I'm like, and Joe saw it. He was like, what's the weird
I
in
could
there?
see that. Yeah,
There's something going on
You
here.
could see she was pissed, and I'm like, what? I mean, listen.
And I mean, beer does a lot of things to piss people off.
Oh, yeah.
No, I could see why she was angry, like, in that situation. But when watching it from afar, you could see, I mean, she was tearing into you to the point that I got uncomfortable. I was like,
yeah.
I had no idea what was going on. And I was like, why is she was almost yelling at you. And I was like, what happened? She got mad at my tip. And I'm like, well, we always give $2. Like, did you not tip her? No, I gave the $2. We're just buying beers. We're 2 feet away from the bar. Go on, though.
And so I was so confused. I'm like, what am I supposed to tip? Like, I don't get what I'm supposed to tip on this.
I mean, the way I look at it when I go and do my own drinks, because normally I send one of you guys up because I play the lazy ass card. But like normally if I go up there and tip, and it's like, if it's not like $15, I'll normally tip 10%. So like in that situation, I would tip $4.
Okay.
I wouldn't have tipped any more than $4.
It's just killing me because she's not like, I'm sorry. I could just walk to the bar myself. It was wide open.
Yeah.
Lauren's like, okay, so the only thing I could see was it crowded and she had to fight for it.
No.
Lauren, if she had to fight for it, I would have definitely tipped her better than that. But she literally went from me to the lady who was looking at me to who wanted to get my order.
Here's another issue I have with it is, and this is something that she was a new server.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've interacted with her. But this is just because we're alcoholics. When we go, we get a bunch of rounds.
Yeah.
So we're tipping through the night.
We never stop
Sometimes
tipping
we're
when
getting
there's no-
shots.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're getting mixed drinks. Like we're drinking through the night, and we're gonna tip you.
And
the
we're
whole
friendly.
time.
We don't. We're not aggressive. We're not gonna.
Nope.
But yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
And then so then, like, I thought it was kind of over. And she's got her boyfriend who's kind of looking at me, and I'm like,
that dude was fucking evil eyeing all of us. I mean,
And
he
I'm
was mean mugging us
like nobody's
like we.
like, but she's just
like we
she's
spat
just
on her.
she won't be there long because this is not how you act you're at your job. Like, this is not how you act. So then she brings our bucket over and puts it on the floor.
She puts it on the floor.
Now that's an asshole.
She
move.
puts it on the floor outside of our group. Like, first, the beers get served, and she lets it sit there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, she left it sit there.
So it's like fine, okay.
We see it, but we're not gonna be jerks. No, we're not gonna say anything.
Hey, listen, you're entitled to be upset.
Yep, that's your thing.
You can make an argument for or against it. I get it, but then she puts the bucket down. Doesn't say anything.
Nope.
Had we not been paying attention, bucket would have been put right behind us. Probably would have kicked it over.
Yeah,
like
that's exactly
just dancing.
Yep.
And that was what got me.
So then So then we passed the beers around. We put the bucket and we put it on the floor right next to her.
That's when I saw it. I'm like,
100%.
I couldn't understand what the hell was going on.
That's when I chimed in, grabbed the bucket,
Yes,
turned around to you
yeah.
guys, passed them out, and then I just put it right back next to her on the floor because I was like,
you want to be a child? Like we can play child. games.
There's ways about going about stuff. And if you want better tips, you don't act you don't act like a 2-year-old and put it on the floor. I get it. Like, listen, I was a pizza delivery guy, and there was times where I got like 15 cents. And it sucks.
You're also taking a pizza from the place to a house. Like, you understand you have to tip well on that.
We are 2 feet away from the bar, 2 feet away.
That open bar.
But
not by,
from
like
the
that, we
open
don't
bar,
need you.
And 2 feet away from where she grabs the beers from. So,
but I never was like, oh, you gave me 15 cents. You suck. Like I did. I literally.
You don't chew out the person.
No, I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, you don't have to tip me a damn thing. I'm getting paid an hourly rate.
That's the other thing. I don't have to tip you.
Exactly.
That is,
I'm tipping you for your service. I'm not tipping you because like it's an obligation.
I mean, the next time you go in there, you're clearly either A, not going to tip her if she wants, or B, you're going to completely avoid her and ignore her.
100%. That's what we did. The next round, went straight to the bar.
Have a good night. And I know you guys split tips, whatever it is, what it is. But listen, I don't want any interaction with you the rest of the night. I'd rather you just go home or just not even look at me.
That was part of the reason that I was like, okay, you know what, this is done. Because I honestly probably would have had a couple more rounds, but I was like, this lady's just. And another thing, that guy was staring at us the entire time, he wanted to fight us.
I looked over there after you dropped the bucket because I thought maybe you'd have something to say because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah,
I'm like, why did they just put the bucket on the floor? I thought, like, oh, they're trying. Like that guy said something. Pierre's mad. And so I kept watching, and he didn't really like after you guys put the bucket on the floor. Really didn't like.
Yeah,
look in our direction. Really didn't care.
The problem is also, and listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're not fighters. Joe's actually a boxer. He could do what he. But me and Chris are not. But we're so big.
Yeah, there's 6
the problem is we'll grab, and you like also me and Chris are very strong. You just don't like you look at us and you're
I mean like
we're not. I mean, you don't want that issue.
3 of us, 6'2", 6'2", 6'5", 6'5". Danny's 6'2".
Yeah.
The only 2 people that were shorter or under 6 foot was Pat and Brian, and they were almost.
But I mean,
6
there's
foot.
like obviously that guy probably realized there was 6 of us, and like even though like nobody was really paying attention, like I didn't find.
No, it was over. It was done for me too.
Yeah.
I just had such a good time that night. It was a ball.
Yeah.
And
it was a gem. It was great.
I'm happy Brian had a really good birthday.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. But that was I couldn't wait for it to bring that up because it's like I'd like to I hope this goes out and I hope people actually comment on it because I would like to hear their thoughts. Are we now obligated to tip $5? Because what I'm feeling is a lot of these younger guys are just tipping $5, $10 and it doesn't matter on what. And it's just like
I don't know. I've heard
what are we doing?
I've heard stories of people like either like just tipping $1, like they buy like a $50 round and tip $1, and like these people are getting upset. And
a tip is optional.
Yes, it's optional.
I get it.
I'm also of the mindset that any bar we go to, we're getting multiple rounds. Like I know that's not an excuse, but it's like if we're gonna buy, I mean, a lot of times we're buying 4 or 5 rounds, and that's 5, that night would have been 5, 6 beers a round. And especially, I mean, if we get cocktails, we always tip a little more because they're actually making a cocktail. But I've always been of the mindset, if all you're doing is twisting off the thing of the beer, like opening up a can of beer, I'm not going to tip you like I would for a meal at 20%. If you make a cocktail, yes, I'll do more. But it's like, we're going to be here. I'm not going to spend a bunch of my money on the tip because we're going to be buying from you all night.
Exactly. And like we're making sure that like we're buying beer, making sure you have a job.
Not to mention, okay, at the end of it, I went back to the bathroom, and the lady who's usually working the front, which this was a moment where I was like, Jesus Christ. We know the people, we know the people who work there, and they know us because we come in all the time. But it was like, I was going to the bathroom, and she was working the back. And I said, well, oh, you're working the back tonight. I was surprised. I thought maybe you were gone. And she goes, oh, no, I'm just working the back. I go, that lady in the front is really mean. And the lady goes, oh, yeah, she's aggressive. But then she ended up going up. I go, listen, we tipped her $2 for the round. She got really, she's like, she asked, what happened? And I said, we bought a round of beers. We tipped $2. And then she yelled at us, and she put our round on the floor. And she did end up going around saying something. Not like, it wasn't like, condemning her for something.
Yeah.
I think she was just kind of like, hey, these guys come here a lot. Like, they're going to continue to tip you. I think it was one of those things.
Yeah, she was like, hey, these are decent guys. Like, they're very nice.
Yeah.
She came up like, and listen, we're honestly decent dudes. We're in the point that like we always have friends at the bars because we're there. We tip. We're friendly. We're not aggressive.
We're not assholes.
We're not demanding.
Yeah.
And we're easy. We're easy going.
People have tried to start fights with us at that bar, and they know we do not partake.
We have no
in
interest.
That
We don't
either.
give a whatever.
We're just people who drink. Yeah.
Very much so.
Boys,
Yeah.
talking about drinking this Coors Light.
It's so nice.
It's so nice.
So nice.
Last night, so I got to go. Well, here. Let me give you a grind my gears,
Oh, here we go.
and we'll get out of here real quick because we got to get this. It's gonna
We got
probably
10 minutes, baby.
Yeah, we got to order the pizza. Oh God, we got to order the pizza soon. Fryer Tux last night. So you go to Caesars, you got to put your name
Oh,
in.
Friars Tux.
You got to put your name in at Caesars because it takes about 25
You're
minutes.
in Lincoln, the one in Lincoln Park.
Oh yeah, Lakeview. Yep. And we walk over to Fryer Tux. Lauren gives me $20 because I'm a broke mo. She goes to the bathroom. Old lady. Old lady. And I'm always kind of happy to see like old ladies like who are bartenders. Like they're just usually nicer people down there having a good time. She comes over and she
punches him in the face.
She's like, "What do you want?" And I was like, I was kind of aggressive, but I'd like 2 flat tires. She's like, "For who?" And I'm like, "Me." And she's like, 2 beers. I'm like, "Can I not order 2 beers?" And she's like, and I'm like, and then she just kind of looks at me. I'm like, she's in the washroom. Like, she'll be back in a second. She's like, well, I can't serve you without her ID. And in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do you think I'm going to do? Like, what if I wanted 2 beers right now? Just give me fucking 2 beers. Yeah. Here's my ID. I'm old as shit, lady. Back off. So she would, and here's the best part. So it was a little bit of a standoff. It was a Mexican standoff. She's staring at me. I'm staring at her. She gets me my flat tire. A flat tire has a new Is
this fat tire or flat? Actually,
sorry.
Okay.
Fat tire. I'm sorry.
I didn't
I wasn't trying to be nice.
No. I've always say it wrong too. But Fat Tire has a new beer, which it was pretty nice actually.
I haven't had a Fat Tire in a while.
The old whatever the regular one is, dog shit. They have a new beer, dude. They have a new amber or something. It was really good.
Interesting.
So $5 too is the beer of the month. I give her 20.
You should have been like, how much Coors Light can I buy for $20? I've been like, I want all the Coors Light.
And so I get.
Watch me drink it.
I get the Fat Tire. She comes back, and she gives me change, 10 and a 5.
Oh, she wants a $5 tip.
Doing it for the
I was so fucking mad. I'm like, you think I'm gonna give you fucking $5 tip? Are you for
on $10?
$5 beer.
So 2 $5 beers, $10.
Can only buy one, Joe. She gave me 15 back.
Oh,
I'm like. Lauren comes back. I throw the 10 out there. If you come back with a 5, you're not getting tipped later.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what is going on in the world?
Man,
see,
remember that time Peter didn't tip at
at Enjoy.
At Enjoy, and they ripped up his ticket, and then were you not there for this one? Oh, this one was good.
Ripped up his ticket.
His receipt, and I don't think he ever got charged for it.
I never got charged for it.
She ripped up his receipt, never put it in the soft.
Okay, can we also go over? Hold on, we'll go to this story.
Legendary $0 tipper over here.
Wow.
But that person was not nice, and I was like, I'm not fucking tipping you. You're an asshole.
Oh, that's because she got him like 6 more drinks than he ordered.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. No. You're right. That was I was buying 2 Jaeger bombs and 2 drinks, and I had like She thought I was wasted.
Yeah, she got 4 Jaeger bombs and like 4 drinks or something.
And I was like, owl special, huh?
Oh,
just
yeah.
charging you extra.
And I'm like, yo, I didn't ask for this. And she just walked away. I'm like, okay, I'm not tipping this. And she looked at it. She's like, and I'm like, she looked at me and I looked at her. And she
ripped the receipt.
And I was like,
I'm pretty sure.
Thank you.
Peter talked about this on an episode of this podcast. Peter will have to find him.
Can I throw this out there so on that Sunday, Joe, Chris and I, this is
even better. I told Pepsi about this story the other day.
We worked from home. We went that morning. We went and ran our asses off. We were doing sprints. We were doing it was a great cardio day. And we're feeling good. We went to Jewel. We got a little extra stuff for the night.
Got some water.
And right by the park, there's a stop sign, and the lady was going to take a left, so she had to stay there. I don't have a stop sign. I'm taking a left to come down.
Pierre's on the main street. He's on Lawrence.
So I don't have a stop sign. I'm going to take Chris home. I take the left, and she's kind of in the middle, a little aggressively, like too far in the middle. I'm like, all right. I didn't say anything. I was like, okay, I'll just come over a little farther to the park, and then as she's coming this way, she's flicking me off.
She's like this. She's literally like this. Like, what the fuck? Like this. And then complete the turn. Like me and Peter are like perpendicular to her. So we're like making a T.
Yeah.
She's like this. What the fuck? And then we make the turn and we're pulling up next to her window. And she turns over to Peter and just gives her one of these. And I can't help but laugh and wave. I'm just like in the back, head in the back seat waving at her. She's flicking Peter off. It was so good. It was so good.
And I swear to God, like we don't have a stop sign. I'm not doing anything wrong.
I don't
you
know.
have the right of way.
I have no idea what Peter did wrong there. It was just the best thing ever.
It's this. I was just like, well, how am I making these people?
This little old lady was so mad at Peter.
Okay, so I go to Home Depot today. Sort of related. I go to Home Depot. I'm getting in line. I'm in the self checkout, and there's this little old woman. She probably late 60s, early 70s. She got a couple things there. And there's a woman down the line, and she's like, hey, I can take the next person in line. And I just go to, I mean, she reminded me of my Aunt Nora so much. So I go, hey, you're looking to check out? She goes, yeah, I'm in line to purchase. I was like, okay. Just so you know, that woman up there, you're probably, in the back of my mind, you fucking old bat, you're probably too blind to see it, but she's waving you down.
You stupid.
But it was like I was trying to be polite. There's a, and all I said was, that woman up there said she could take you if you want. No, thank you, no nothing. Just walks away. There's this. This goes with
fucking pisses me off.
It goes with the tipping. It goes with the right of way on a street. Everybody just cares about themselves.
So
There's
inconsiderate.
No consideration to anyone else. It's just me lately, man.
I'll one up you on one that on this podcast. Last night, so I'm having walking.
Was this the same bartender?
No, this is we're walking. So we're trying to find parking. We find parking, and we get out and we're walking down. We're walking over to Garcia's, or not Garcia's, Caesar's. I apologize. And we're walking down the street, and there's a couple on this side, so I slide behind Lauren, let her walk. Couple's fine.
No, I already.
There's a fucking dickhead behind me who is walking at the speed of light.
Yep.
And fucking tries to walk around me, walks right into me. And I'm like, no excuse me, no nothing. Doesn't even look at me. And I'm like, all right, dickhead. And I say it loud. I'm like, all right, dickhead. He keeps walking. I'm not trying to embarrass Lauren. Lauren's not, I'm also not a confrontation guy, but I do not take assholes very lightly. I also, in this society, sometimes you have to take an asshole because you're going to get stabbed or shot.
Yeah.
He was also a Caucasian probably college student or a little bit older college. So I was in the thought that he might not have a gun. So I felt a little safer.
Nice.
And I let it go. I did let it go. I said, okay, Pete, I get he's being a jerk. Just maybe we're walking a little slow. Lauren is walking. She got high heels on. Maybe we're walking a little slow. It's okay. 2 younger women of Asian descent are up. I don't know why. This doesn't matter what race is, but they're up there. And I'm like, I'm also very
not trying to be racist, but it probably means they're smaller too.
Exactly.
Smaller in stature.
And they're just having a good time. They're having a conversation. We're enjoying life. And I'm also very vigilant to, like, when I see women around, like, I don't want anything to happen. Make sure they're kind of like, and they look like they're good, they're safe. This guy tries to get around them. and he doesn't say excuse me. He doesn't tap him on the shoulder. He doesn't go around the right way. He goes around in a tight corner and literally does one of these, and he's like pretty much on top of her, and she's like, "Oh my god!" Like
she freaks out.
Like, and she's like, and then like kind of.
I thought you were gonna say bulldoze right between both of them. I'd have punched him. At that point, I would have ran up and punched him in the head.
At that point, I'm like, "Yo, excuse me, dickhead! Like, what are you doing?" And then Lauren's like kind of like, and I wanted to go. I wanted to grab him and be like, "Hey,
shake him."
No, yeah, I want to be like, "Hey, these are people.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck what you have to do. Fuck you. Be a good person. Be a decent person in society.
Just be a decent person.
All you have to say
is,
excuse me, everybody would get out of your way.
Yep.
No, you have to be the jackass who has to be the cool guy who has to slide around and have to. I was so, and then it got me for a good 5 seconds. I was so mad, and I'm like, this isn't your fight. He's not going to change. Let it go. But in my head, I'm like, if I could just fucking sock him in the face and be like, that's what you deserve.
Yeah.
You deserve to be on the ground right now, thinking about, hey, maybe I need to be more considerate to other people.
Yeah, there's no.
And he'd have been like,
it
why
doesn't
that
feel
guy?
like
Then I go to jail, or not. It's not the right situation. And violence is not the right. But sometimes you kind of want to just slap somebody and be like, hey,
yeah,
society doesn't work like this. You know how society works? You're a decent person. I'm a decent person. We try to get along.
This video came up. I'll tell this story very quickly. This video came up very recently. It was a thing. This kid's recording a video. He's like, I don't know what he's doing. He's celebrating something, but he's in a bathroom. He's in a public restroom. This guy comes out from the urinals or stall, just out of the shot. And he says, "Excuse me, young man, gotta wash my hands." And he goes, "I'm recording a video." He goes, "I get that, but there's only one sink. I need to wash my hands. Could you?" And the guy goes, "Man, fuck you. Get out of my face." He goes, "Listen, I'm going to slap the shit out of you if you don't stop this." And he just like squeezes in, puts soap on his hand. He's starting to put soap on his hand. The guy's like, "Man, I'll fuck you up. Go fuck yourself. How dare you do this?" And he goes, "Son, stop messing with me. All I'm trying to do is wash my hands." "Fuck you." Slaps the kid right in the face. You just see the soap come off. It's one of the best things ever. I mean,
you gotta hope that
dude
wasn't played, but yeah.
"I grew up in Detroit, motherfucker. You're gonna mess with me? No, we don't do that shit. Get the fuck out of my way. I'm trying to wash my hands." Just complete, and the kid's just like, but you just see the soap hit and then just go flying. It's like, dude,
I hate to be the old man.
yeah,
But me and Chris, when we walked to school, I was eyes down. Keep to yourself.
yep,
Don't give anybody the opportunity to even think that you look somewhere.
Yeah.
Be respectful. Eyes down. Make sure you know your surroundings, or you're gonna get messed up.
yeah.
And
Maybe we just need to bring back fighting again. Not us, but like the general consensus of people. Just good couple slaps.
or like, hey, the option to get your ass kicked and not go to jail. Like,
Yeah.
kids need to know that. Like, back in the day, there used to be fights. No one went to jail.
Oh,
you
yeah.
just shook hands at the end of it.
There was
that was
respect. It's like, I lost the fight. It is what it is.
It's
Go
listen,
on
we're
my
never
way.
going to solve the problems, but
No.
it's just be a good person. Common sense. Like, how hard is that?
I know. It's hard. It's hard to yeah.
You people out there in internet land, common sense doesn't cost a thing.
Common
Exactly.
sense and common courtesy.
We need to
Doesn't
get to.
cost
You know
a
what?
thing.
I think I'm going to print that shirt up. Common sense, common courtesy. SMPP.
That's
I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again here for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night. The Coors Lights are flowing. The UFC is about to hit. We're going to get some pizza. I hope you're having a good time. Do yourself a favor. Hit that BioSteel, Liquid IV. Hey, Pat told me that Liquid Death is coming out with a little Liquid IV.
Oh.
So we're going to have to try it.
Yeah.
Listen, no one has beaten the combination that we've combined
not.
for you. Like my good friend says, hey, no party like a pregame party. Hit that like, subscribe. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you next week. Ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy yourself and be considerate. Pay it forward to people.
Yeah.
Bye.